In 2020, just outside Edinburgh, Phil and I were helping Bill and Gary, who were at loggerheads over their 4-bed Victorian home located in a cemetery.
I love my home. I love the quirkiness of the building. I love the decor and the home that I've created.
I think we could get a nicer house with a nicer outlook, maybe in a nicer place.
But despite an open-ended search criteria for Phil, he was determined to show Bill they'd be better off elsewhere and had £500,000 to prove it.
It's going to be an interesting one.
Whereas I was armed with £60,000 to help them stay put. Except, as always, there was a catch. I only had a ceiling price of around £50,000 to play with, so I came up with a clever budget to give them both what they wanted while staying well under budget. My plan repurposes the dining room as a kitchen diner by installing units and work surfaces, an under-counter fridge and a new cooking area. A large square table with bench seating allows daily use when tucked away, but can be pulled out to seat up to 12 guests when entertaining. The existing kitchen becomes a combined pantry, additional kitchen space and utility room in one. And finally, bedroom 2 will be furnished with a new desk and stylish freestanding storage to allow Bill to process and store his precious collections.
I never thought about utilising a room that we very rarely use.
Yeah, it's a great room.
Walking through. Were you saying the cooker would be along there?
The cooker. This is where you would do your cooking and you wouldn't feel cut off.
I think it's great. I'm just kind of taken aback because I'd never thought about it and even considered that.
That's Gary taken care of. Now for Bill and bedroom 2.
Take the bed out of that room. You put a sofa bed, and I don't mean a pull-out sofa bed, which is almost like sort of sofa meets chaise longue meets single bed type of thing. You get all the display stuff that you want. If you turn that room into a passion room...
Yes.
A passion room.
I think we should all have a passion room.
I think we should. Yep, I've sown that seed.
You might be right, Kirstie. I think my search is going to be trickier and wider than I first thought. Welcome to England.
Oh!
I thought for you guys, moving from a cemetery into a church is kind of a natural progression, isn't it?
The theme.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
What do you make of that, then?
Yeah, it's amazing. Look at the windows.
It is quite special.
Amazing, absolutely. I'm gobsmacked.
You're out looking for a graveyard. There isn't one here.
What?
There isn't one.
Oh, a shame.
But is it somewhere you could see yourselves living?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very tempting.
4 months since our first meeting, Phil and I were back in Edinburgh, eager to hear what Bill and Gary had decided to do.
Hello!
Hello. Come
Nice
in.
to see you both.
You can come.
When we first met Bill and Gary, their house featured an unloved dining room whose prime function was a corridor to a small, dark kitchen. But after swapping the rooms around, the new £16,000 high-spec kitchen sits firmly at the heart of the house, and Gary along with it. Featuring a sleek design and sophisticated muted colours, the new space looks like it could be straight out of an interior design magazine. Next door, Gary and Bill's decision to transform the old dark kitchen into a bright and inviting dining room was inspired. With the addition of sliding doors, they can enjoy an alfresco dining experience, whatever the weather.
Can we see some more?
Yes. Yes.
Previously, Bill's memorabilia was in disarray, bursting out of every available space, as well as monopolising a whole spare bedroom. But after taking my advice, the collection has been streamlined somewhat and helped along with a couple of choice pieces of storage and a handy desk. They may have expanded my original plans somewhat, but I think what they've achieved is phenomenal. And with a final bill of just over £45,000, they managed to stay within the ceiling price. But after 15 years of living here, will Gary finally love this house?
Bill, Gary, are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
We're going to.
List it.
Ooh, you had me worried there.
1 year later, the boys sold their cemetery lodge for a whopping £602,000, just over 70k more than it was valued at the year before. Their plan was to relocate to the Scottish borders, where they would start a new project. However, the building gods had other ideas,
Gracias.
as they've run into several complications with planning permissions, meaning they've activated Plan B and headed for the sunshine of the Costa Blanca.
Hola.
It is the right address. Hola!
Come in.
Look at this. My word. It's so different. I kind of don't know where to start.
I'm gobsmacked. It is different to their cemetery lodge, but it still has the quirky features Bill and Gary love. The iron staircase, windows and flooring are packed with character. But this property also has the space and the weather to go with it. With 4 generously sized bedrooms and a box room, there is more than enough space for Bill's treasures. The well-proportioned kitchen has been tastefully refurbished to reflect their style. But, unlike their old home in Scotland, it doesn't bear all the weight for entertaining, as with better weather all year round, they have the courtyard and roof terrace to host their guests in. I'm impressed.
Everything screams Spain. You've got the marble staircase, you've got the ironwork on the stairs.
Beautiful features.
In true Bill and Gary style, they've really gone for it. Spending around £21,000 so far, they've renovated 3 bathrooms and are working their way through the 5 bedrooms. Like Phil, they went to a whole other country, but in Benidorm, they found the perfect house in the perfect location. It's close to the sea with stunning views, but also close to the hustle and bustle of the old town with its shops and cafes.
6 months ago, you came out here for the first time,
Yes.
bought a house, and now here you are.
You couldn't make it up, really, could you?
You could not make it up.
Because we love Scotland, we think it's the best country in the
Of
world.
course you do.
But the weather is
Yes.
not great, so to have Scotland and to have Benidorm just is like a dream come true.
It's a love story because you've just gone for it. So many of us go, what if, what if, what if? And you've just said,
We've always done that.
Yeah.
just go for it.
And I mean, neither of us were born with money or inherited money. We both came from council house, which I never dreamt in my wildest dream would ever have a house in Spain. I never dreamt I'd have my own house. So it just shows if you kind of, follow your dreams and kind of work hard, you can get it. So
Let's drink to that. Following your dreams.
salud.
Salud.
Salud, salud.